Why does editing a PDF justify a £30 to £50 per month subscription when you might only use it once or twice? That question is the reason that I'm starting off my 12 apps in 12 months challenge with PayPerPDF. This isn't me complaining about PDF tools. A lot of them are genuinely good. The problem is the pricing model. I don't think it matches how a lot of people actually use PDF editing. PDFs are just one example of a much bigger pattern in SaaS. We're paying monthly for tools. We touch once or twice, cancel them, and then repeat the same cycle next time we need them. We get, guilted into staying with all these the amount of screens you have to go through just to cancel a subscription because of the retention, or people sneaking in and you get charged without realizing that you're paying for these things anymore because you just don't use them. So the idea behind PayPerPDF and the whole actual 12 apps in 12 months challenge is simple. Build small, focused tools where you pay for usage, not for hope. In this video, I'm not building out features yet. I'm laying out the MVP, the pricing model, technical decisions I've made early on, and just as importantly, the things I'm deliberately not including. So let's start with the MVP. Okay, so I've just got Miro open and I've just created, I've added the mermaid app. I just created some mermaid diagrams in there. So this is a mind map of my vision for PayPerPDF. So the big one that I'm going to focus on first is going to be the auth, because I've mentioned this in previous videos, and I'm just going to start with the magic link. This is the simplest form of authentication that I think that we can do in the limited time that we've got left in this month. It's now the 10th, so I've only got 20 days to actually get a SaaS product up and running. So we're going to keep it slim, we're going to keep it focused, and we're going to keep it aligned as much as I can with this initial design. So credits and billing, we're only going to go for credit packs and per action pricing. My idea was to add subscriptions, but reasonable subscriptions, which would be just discounted credit packs effectively. But that's going to be a stretch goal, not for the MVP, not what I need in the MVP as such. One thing to note about this, credit packs do not expire. You buy it, it just stays in your account and you can come back to PayPerPDF whenever you want and use your credits for next time. So it's per action pricing as well. So I think this is a very fair way of dealing with this. Certain actions take up more computational power, therefore that might cost an extra credit or so. So tooling with this, obviously .NET for the back end, because we're building this with SaaSCore.net. We're going to use Azure Blob Storage, jobs and queues potentially. We'll see how that pans out in the next couple of weeks, and then probably Next.js for the front end side of things. So MVP features are going to be compressing, splitting, converting. There's a question mark on that one, but converting from PDF to a JPEG at least, or PNG, extracting pages and merging them. Importantly, what is not included in this, there's going to be no desktop app, there's going to be no editor, there's no collaborative accounts and teams. Although SaaSCore.net is set up for that, there's more work that needs to be done. And obviously no enterprise SSO. We're using magic links here. Another thing on the authentication side of things of this, more on the authorization, it's going to be just one role can do everything at the moment, because obviously we don't have accounts and teams in there. So this is what we're going to do for the first one. Keep quite slim, very focused, 5 features, very doable. Yeah, let's move on to the next graph. Okay, here's a sequence diagram of the user flow for logging in. So they'll enter their email, do a post request to the magic link auth endpoint. That will then store the token hash and expiry, and also send through the email provider a link to the token. Then that email will get sent. The user will click the link. It will verify the token. It will validate and consume the token, create a session cookie, and then that user's signed in. Here's some of the technologies that I'm going to be using for this. So obviously the client was going to use their browser. The front end is going to probably be Next.js app. Back end is obviously .NET minimal API. We're going to have a worker sort of job running in the background. I'm not going to do queues probably. Service bus queues, I mean. External services, so Stripe for the credit packs, and then Resend for the magic links. Got SQL Server database and Azure Blob Storage. So that's the overall sort of MVP for this. Still working on the credit pack pricing, but I'll keep it as slim as I can, and we'll figure out a good pricing model for this, at least for the sort of short term. Okay, so with that, there's just one last thing to do in this video, and I've created this 12 apps in 12 months folder. So now I'm going to create the SaaSCore.NET backend. So SaaSCore, I'm going to do PayPerPDF. So storage is going to be Azure Blob. DB is going to be SQL. And then billing is going to be Stripe. So now what this is going to do is it's going to set up the back end for us so we can start making our features, which I'm going to be doing off camera. Okay, so that's all done now. So we can go into here. See, we've got our project. Let's start it up. As you've seen, we've just created the back end. That's going to be all set up for PayPerPDF. I'm going to work on the features now, get those done, and then I will give update videos over the next week. Sorry, next weekend, to see how far we've got in the progress with this over the week. So if you want to follow along, please subscribe. Obviously, check out SaaSCore.net's pre-release website to sign up for the newsletters that are going to be coming out now, to keep updates, so you get updates first on how the progress is being made with this and all the design decisions that I'm having to make, and also any sort of like changes I'm having to make to SaaSCore.net that are only sort of like design decisions that I've made early on that don't actually fit too well in reality when actually using it. So that's the whole point of these challenges. To find the gaps, fill them, and yeah, see you next week.